There was nothing on the table, which is where I sat, alphabetizing invoices and reading the tin drum, except a telephone and 2 photographs, one of his son, one of his wife, which was taken before I had met Fiona. Everyone says Mrs. Gallagher looks like a movie star in that picture, and they mean it. They're not just trying to flatter the boss. That photo, so proud on his desk, was Gallagher's proof of ownership, and I hated it. The Fiona who didn't give me a second thought. Whenever I sneaked a look at it, I remembered that she kissed me, and I felt like a felon. Criminal. There were no files, in-out trays, letter openers, pens, or paperweights. No drawers or typewriter. Suited up and pomaded and smelling fresh, Gallagher sat behind his vast empty desk, smack in the middle of the length of it, and yelled, hollered, screamed, and pounded his directives to his employees while fingering his phone messages, deciding whom to call and whom to keep waiting. His telephone had been equipped with an intercom, and all his employees' extensions were listed on the face of it, but he bellowed nevertheless. What a Humpty Dumpty. I waited for the phone to ring in his office, for his voice to soften when it was Fiona, for Fiona to ask him how I was doing. She never did ask. I didn't know whether this was a deliberate subterfuge, or whether I was nothing once again, a blank in her brain. It's not even debatable how much English I ended up teaching his stockman, but I tried my best. It would have helped if he'd been a French speaker, but what had Gallagher known about languages? Portuguese sounded like French to him. Gallagher surprised me by being an easy boss. He left me alone. He ignored me, in fact. He screamed obscenities at his employees when I was in the showroom, turned the air conditioning up so high I had to wear my winter sweater to work, tossed me a roast beef hero with Russian, though I didn't eat meat. Every day I spent with him should have brought me closer to Fiona, but it only magnified being apart. If it wouldn't have been impolite, I'd have asked how Gallagher made so much money with this one silly store. I thought organized crime must have had a hand in his success. I don't know what set him off, but driving home after work one day, Gallagher went on this monologue about the business he'd built from his father's dinky store into an empire of patio and pool furniture. Really? Wow, and that's great, were my comments. It was still hard for me to drive and have a conversation at the same time. Now I see Gallagher outdoor furniture franchises wherever I go. Gallagher gets richer. People will always need the beach umbrella, the rust-proof chaise lounge, the hammock. Where's the real competition? I once heard Annette Goldstein tell Sean he'd inherit a lot of money one day, but how could she know? Sean could have lived a short life. Gallagher could have put his money in cyclamates. You never know.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.